The next scene begins with Jean and Leah talking outside the bunker and keeping an eye on the patrolling group of strangers. Here, Leah comforts Jean by telling him that he is a nice man. Inside the bunker, Simone tries to look into the stabbed wound of Rasmus and concludes that they will need a doctor to treat him. Hearing this, Martin decides that they will head out at night. Unfortunately, as Rasmus is severely injured, Simone tells him that they need to find another solution to get out of the place. Martin then suggests they steal one of the strangers' vehicles and drive away with Rasmus. Following the plan, Simone walks to the building where Leah saw the patrolling strangers sometime before. After she spots a flying drone following her, she rushes towards the building and stands in the middle of a big hall-like room. As soon as the drone scans her, a group of strangers arrive there in a car and try to capture Simone. To their surprise, Simone's whole group is already there waiting for the strangers. Patrick, Jean, Beatrice, and Leah attack the strangers and take away their weapons. Meanwhile, Martin steps ahead and asks them about the wall lying somewhere in the town, but the strangers refuse to answer. Later, Jean notices a snake tattoo on one of the strangers' arms and freaks out as if it reminded him of something very tragic that haunts him. He then calls Martin and suggests he kill each one of the strangers. Simone tries her best to stop Martin from doing so, but the latter has made up his mind. Martin then asks the group to wait for him in the vehicle as he finishes the job. A while later, the group hears 3 gunshots, making them believe that Martin has eliminated the strangers. In the next scene, while the group is heading north, we are shown a flashback from the initial stages of the virus outbreak, when Jean is staying with a kind family. The little daughter of the family seems to be fond of Jean and requests he stay with them for some time more. One day, while Jean, the father of the family, and the daughter are inside their storehouse searching for something, the patrolling strangers arrive outside and force the father to join them. When the father refuses, the strangers shoot and kill him instantly. Surprisingly, the stranger who shot the father has a snake tattoo on his arm. Later, they also capture the mother and take her with them. During this time, Jean covers the little girl's mouth in order to stop her from screaming. However, after the bad guys leave, he is devastated to find that the little girl has suffocated to death. At present, the group finds the location of a doctor and arrives outside her house. The doctor approaches them with a gun, and after noticing Rasmus severely injured, she agrees to help. While she is putting stitches on his wound, Simone mentions that her father works for Apollon. After hearing their father's name, the doctor mentions that Rasmus will need a tetanus shot and asks them to follow her to the next location. Luring Simone and Rasmus away from the group, the doctor brings the siblings to her own bunker and asks them to come inside. The siblings also follow her, despite having no clue of what's inside. Right after they enter, the doctor straps Rasmus to a chair and prepares a poisonous injection to kill him. She also mentions that it is Frederick who invented the virus and blames him for the death of her children. She then grabs Simone by her neck and ties her hands with a rope. On the other hand, while Patrick, Martin, and Jean are hunting for food inside the doctor's house, the patrolling strangers arrive there. Seeing the snake tattoo on one of the strangers' hands, Jean concludes that Martin didn't kill them before and rushes outside carrying a gun. He approaches the tattooed stranger and shoots him in the head, killing him instantly. However, he gets arrested by the rest of the strangers for his actions. Soon, the group exits the house from a back route and arrives outside the bunker. Right when the doctor is about to inject the poisonous substance into Rasmus, Patrick enters the bunker and shoots her to death. After this, the group makes their way through the woods and stops at a house, deciding to spend their night there. Moments later, after the rest of the group enter the house, Patrick confronts Martin for not killing the strangers when he had a chance. Rather than taking the blame, Martin tells Patrick that it's him who refused to help Jean and mentions that he is responsible for his fate. Hearing this, Patrick stands outside and breaks down in tears. Later at night, while it is raining outside, the group mourns over Jean's suspected death and spends their night together. The next day, the group decides to leave the place and find a new one to stay. Simone takes out a techno map and tries to locate any Apollon bunkers nearby. However, a frustrated Patrick yells at Martin for believing in Simone and taking her side. Seeing this, Leah takes Patrick away from the group and confesses that she too misses Jean a lot. While the two are talking, they hear a sound of a bell ringing nearby. The group follows the sound and soon, they arrive in front of a big house, whose location is not shown on their techno map. As it is about to rain and it's getting dark, they decide to take shelter in the house. Shortly after, the group is approached by the house leader, who requests them to leave their weapons if they want to spend the night here. Having no other choice, Martin and the group hand over their weapons and enter the place. Soon, the group is welcomed inside and provided with a room to spend their night. The following day, an elderly lady, Karen, opens the door and wakes the group up. She then informs them that breakfast is ready, but suggests that they take a shower and clean themselves first. The group initially refuses, but when Karen takes a shower in front of them, they become convinced and start enjoying the shower. After the shower, Leah, Beatrice, and Patrick have breakfast, while Simone takes Rasmus to a doctor to check on his wound. When the doctor takes out an injection, similar to what they had noticed with the previous doctor, Simone suggests he inspect the wound without any sedatives. While the doctor is at it, Simone cleverly steals the injection kept on the table. Later, she inspects the injection and finds it to be from Apollon. Meanwhile, Leah can be seen enjoying the view from the balcony when she is approached by Karen. Karen talks with Leah and tells her that she reminds her of her daughter. Right then, we are shown a flashback where Leah is going out for a get-together party with her friends against her mother's decision. At the party, her friend mixes some sedatives in her drink, making her act strangely. Soon, the boys record her video and take her to a bedroom to exploit her condition. After Leah wakes up from the hangover, she finds herself naked with the video of herself acting wild on her phone. She calls her mother and asks her to come and get her, but the letter mentions that she, along with everyone, has seen her video. Hearing this, Leah gets shocked and starts panicking. With no alternatives left, she reverts to praying, and suddenly, it starts to rain, and all her friends outside start dying one by one. Just then, her mother calls her and informs that she is on her way to pick her up. Leah tries her best to stop her mother from leaving the house, but the latter doesn't listen and gets killed in the rain. In the next scene, all residents of the house gather at a place to celebrate their monthly ceremony. While everyone is enjoying a delicious meal, Martin can be seen inspecting every corner of the house, and to his surprise, he finds a dead body hanging inside the refrigerator. Here, it is revealed that every month, one of the residents sacrifices themselves for others and is eaten by the rest of the people. This time, Leah gets a flower inside an envelope, and she becomes the chosen one to be sacrificed. However, Karen chooses to be sacrificed instead, mentioning that she has no purpose in life. Soon, Martin and his group are allowed to leave the house, along with their weapons and belongings. Meanwhile, the Apollon employee, who was staying in the house, is forced out after the leader claims that he is unable to forget his past. Elsewhere, as Martin and his crew are making their way into the forest at night, the Apollon employee approaches them and informs that Apollon is responsible for the world's destruction. He then injects himself with the strange virus and starts struggling. Seeing this, Martin mercy kills him, while Simone collects the syringe. After spending the night in an abandoned cabin, Patrick and Martin walk into the woods and talk about their experience. During their conversation, Martin mentions that they are not friends and that he wants to go to the other side of the wall. Hearing this, Patrick gets upset. Later, the two return to the cabin and discuss their trip to the next bunker. To their surprise, when Martin asks everyone to be ready to depart, Rasmus reveals that he is not able to move and cannot join them in search of food. Following this, the group starts discussing a potential candidate to take care of Rasmus, but he himself selects Beatrice. Everyone in the group, including Beatrice, agrees to it. After the group leaves, Rasmus reveals to Beatrice that he lied about his wound getting severe. He then shows her the wound, and turns out that it is healed. He then mentions that he lied so that he can spend some alone time with her. Beatrice is surprised to hear this, but she soon starts playing with Rasmus, and the two end up having a good time. On the other hand, Martin and the group arrive at a bunker, and when they enter inside, they find a lot of food. After looking around the place, Simone notices some drawings on the table and assumes that a family with kids is staying at the bunker. She then suggests Patrick not waste the food and leave it for the family. Moments later, Patrick finds an iPad containing videos of Apollon doing experiments on people with the virus and killing them. Simone also sees the video and gets devastated after finding her father involved in the experiment and not leaving even an 8-year-old child for the sake of the experiment. As the group is about to leave, it suddenly starts raining and they are forced to stay inside. In the next scene, Patrick drinks heavily and expresses his anger towards Martin for not categorizing him as a friend. The scene then flashes back in time, when Patrick is inside his car, after his father disowned him. He plays loud music and sleeps inside the car while it starts raining outside. After the rain stops, Patrick walks out to get some fresh air, but gets taken aback after witnessing a large number of people dead. At present, Patrick walks up to Simone and tells her that he is lonely. Simone tries to make him understand that the whole group is with him, but a drunk Patrick does not comply and walks towards the rain. Worried, Simone steps forward and somehow manages to stop him, but just then, he tries to kiss her. When Simone rebuffs the kiss, Patrick becomes enraged and pushes her into the rain. He then calls Martin, asking him to bring his rifle. In no time, Leah and Martin arrive there, and as Martin is about to shoot Simone, Leah intervenes and asks him to stop. Leah then walks towards Simone in the rain, asking Martin to lower his gun. When Martin notices that the ladies are unaffected by the rain, he lowers his gun and the two girls walk inside the bunker. Back at the cabin, Beatrice and Rasmus come closer to each other and start dancing. While they're at it, the roof of the cabin leaks, and a drop of rainwater falls on Beatrice's face. Noticing this, Beatrice panics and starts crying, pushing Rasmus away from her. Rasmus, on the other hand, comes closer to Beatrice and kisses her, assuring that if she is infected, then they will die together. Following this, the couple starts making love and enjoys an intimate moment. Meanwhile, after knowing that Patrick pushed Simone into the rain and tried to kill her, Martin forces him out of the cabin and asks him to survive on his own. Elsewhere, Rasmus opens his eyes and asks Beatrice to wake up. Unfortunately, when he returns to Beatrice, he finds her pale and not breathing. In the meantime, Patrick arrives there, but after seeing Rasmus carrying the dead body of Beatrice, he runs away, thinking that Rasmus is also infected. At last, Patrick trips and falls, and soon after, he is captured by the strangers. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.